the most active part of our fine vessel. And if ye be wanting to pull your weight, well, you're gonna need to get acquainted with this place. After all, this ain't no luxury cruise. You could have all the gold in the Formic Palace, and it wouldn't give you a ticket to be a freeloader. Of course, my offer still stands if you'd rather be a bunkmate of mine. Only poking your ribs there. I understand you want to prove yourself as worthy to be on me crew. It's admirable. But we'll see how you stand up, right? Well, since I be such an upstanding fellow, I figured lookout and fisher were the easiest jobs, and the other men, well, they don't want to be taking up the post. So that'll be your duty. Why don't they want to take up the post? Well, it comes down to a lot of me men are built wide, muscle-bound kind of thing. And a job like this requires a certain amount of dexterousness, if you be understanding. Well, after all, your form is very well suited to something like that. Right, so that's why we be out here. I'm gonna teach you the ropes, so to speak. First, fishing. You ever fished before, love? Nay? Well, I suppose I can see that. We're not all bred for the sea, after all. It's nice and simple. This here be a trawling net. Throw it over the side and haul it in when the weight seems right. These poles here will bend further and further the more weight gets on the line. And then you'll know, and you can trawl it up and throw back the undesirables. Occasionally, every now and then, you'll catch a merfolk or cuttlefishkin. If that happens, and it's someone I might be interested in, just introduce him to the captain. You know, I'll smooth things over. I only get slapped about half the time. Now, it's very important that we get enough fish for all the men. Well, what'd you expect? Can't be living on sugar, rum, and hardtack the whole trip, now can we? Besides, Quartermaster Cave Dive has nothing to eat except meat anyhow. He's one of those Lamere folk. Aye. Oh, hardtack. Well, it's a sort of biscuit. Hard as a rock. Lasts a very long time without going bad. Most of the lads soak it in water or tea a few hours before eating. I myself just crunch it up. Benefit of the teeth, love. They ain't just for flashing and pretty little things like you. Right. Now, the first thing is if you're lucky enough to catch cuttlefish or anything like that. No, not the people, the fish. Any kind of shellfish as well. Shellfish, actually, that's important. Shellfish are the ones to be keeping. Most are full of goodness, and the lads need it to keep 'em fit and fighting. Best kind is rainbow scallops. Oh, a lot of fat and flavor in them. Huh? You what? Rich folk eat 'em. Pay for 'em? But they're in the ocean for free. Whole different breed from us, ain't they? Alright, that aside, clams are good too. But if they're black or green, chuck 'em in the sea. They're poisonous. Just remember the rhyme. Black or green, chuck 'em in the sea. Of course, then there's the lava clams found around underwater volcanoes. Got a nice copper color. Shells are worth a lot of money to potion makers, so keep 'em. Oh yeah, there's quite a few underwater volcanoes around certain areas. Don't worry. They don't erupt too often. Oh, you gotta learn to take a joke, love. Chin up, huh? Now, we also got the sweet fish, light in color, 4 fins, spines down the center, yellow stripes under the belly. The meat's good for making jerky, so catch as many as you can. We need food for when it gets harsh out there. And when the waters be calm, you might even catch a saberfish. Just stab them before they stab you. Now that's good meat for stews and the like. Oh, and if you can get a couple of orange tails, I'd be much obliged. Big round things, orange fish with a leaf-like tail. The meat's a bit sweet like a fruit. Keeps away the scurvy. Now, you got all that? Writing it down? Well, ain't you learned it? May I see? Is that really the words I said? Ain't that fascinating? No, yeah, absolutely, that looks all good to me. Well, in truth, none of me folks ever, made the effort to teach me to read. Not common or nothing. Okay, well, maybe you can teach me. You know, I always wanted to read a book. Makes you look all educated and fancy-like. Makes me seem less low-born. Now, your second duty is a rigger. And that's to make sure the ropes behind me are correctly positioned, as well as climbing up them and getting to the crow's nest to keep watch. Oh, come now. It ain't that difficult. If I can do it, ye can do it. Watch this. See? Just like that. Nice and easy, aye? I would love to see you get up there. Maybe with a little more confidence we'll get you on the ropes, eh? Now, as a rigger, you're looking out for other vessels. So it's probably best for you to know what you're looking at. In terms of flags, we got skull with tentacles behind it. That's Captain Calamar, cuttlefish kin. And, well, she's a bit brutal, a bit ruthless, but we got a good relationship going. Yeah, bit of a crazy one. I like her. Then if you see a bare face on a red flag, that's Captain Teddy. I wouldn't worry too much about her. Mostly just raids cargo ships for food and such. Not really our concern, like. Then we got... oh, yeah. A Lamia skeleton. Stabbing a heart. Captain Fangtier, leader of the Sea Crate crew. Good bunch of Lamia folk. Actually, Cave Dive came from there. Was a bit of an exchange. Good fella. Then we got the Antler and Crown flag. Sure you know that one. The Royal High Elf Navy. You see that flag, you'll warn me right fast. You got that? And even more so, if the antlers are red. That be the Stag Fleet, run by a bloke called Yellar. We've had a few run-ins with him in the past. He's a bit tougher than your average merc. We, keep a close eye on him, you know? Watch for the shores and all that. They're in mostly sky vessels, but if we see them, open fire. Then a white flag with a red crescent moon is a Sun Elf merchant vessel. Very good for looting. Oh, poor darling. Did you think we were all hugs and kisses? Nay, we try and avoid too much slaughter, but we're pirates. Huh? Alright, what's the crew been telling you? tattered flag of a skeleton holding a head. Chariot. Well, they're just trying to put the spooks in you is all. It's just an old pirate legend. A Delahan captain, sailing the seas in a ghost ship, taking proud pirates to the world beyond. Yeah, they say the waters go still and cold when he approaches, and all the evils in the world can't be heard of the fluttering of those sails. But just a rumor, a legend. It's just fear in your hearts. Hey, don't you worry about a thing. I'm here for you, and I'm gonna make sure you have the most pleasant experience. You understand? This ship is, nay for the faint of heart, but I'm enjoying your company, you see. I think that you and I can get to be real close friends. Now, I ain't trying to put a burden on you. I'm just saying, I like the cut you got. Maybe we could, get to know each other better. What? Give me reading lessons. Not exactly what I had in mind, but yeah. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. Here's to your new crew. And to you, love. Artwork in this video was by Lena. Thank you so much.